Okay, I am going to try to show this hallway the best I can because it is a huge mess. This is the landing as you come downstairs from my upstairs, and it is used as a makeshift utility closet. It has to hold a lot of things and it has to do a lot of jobs. So before I start cleaning up this area, I am going to pull everything that is in the way out of the way and put it on the stairs so that I can get at what I need to organize and clean. This area is often also a landing area for everything that needs to be brought upstairs. At the end of this video, you'll see Trevor come grab 2 of the totes that I've filled up with books and other things, and he brings them upstairs for me. Cleaning in here requires moving things around so that you can sweep under them and around them, and just getting things into places so that you can actually move. This is part of living in a small home. You make areas work the best you can, and yes, it might be easier to get rid of a bunch of stuff, but that's not where I am right now in my life. These shoes, I'm just going to dump them all on the floor and start over. I think what I'm going to do is start looking for a taller shoe organizer for inside the house. In the summer, we keep the shoes outside, but in the winter, they need to stay in because the ash from the pellet stove and weather and so forth makes it so you could not even wear your shoes. In the summertime, they're fine out on the porch. I decided here that it's really getting time for this rug to get a wash. I think one of the cats actually got sick on it at one point, so let's just pull it up and we'll put something different down. I do actually have rug tape somewhere. I just need to find it. And the rug that was here was a rug that was not non-slip, so it was imperative that it be taped down so that Greg is safe going back and forth. Another change and some more sweeping, of course. Always more sweeping down here. The floors are forever just collecting in this area. My cleaning cart, out of sight, out of mind, and it has become a horrible, disgusting, unorganized, crazy mess. So let's fix this. We can clean this up in no time and get it back to being organized. It's definitely not perfect, but it is so much better. At least when I go to grab for something, I'm going to know where it is, and that's what's important. I tried to be respectful of Greg's space and his stuff, but some of these things I have set on top of here or somebody else has. So I'm going to try to put things away, but at some point he'll come over and sit with his chair and reorganize it with a lot of huffing and puffing. It'll get fixed up really nice. He does a good job. But, as things get used, they get moved around. And truthfully, he has way too much stuff stacked into this one toolbox. Well, nice thought, but that is not going to work right there. Nope. So I'm going to go grab something else. This used to hang on my living room window. I bought it because I always have thought that it looks like Lulu. But you know me, always moving things around. And for now, I think it's kind of cute here. I just need to run upstairs for a minute. And while I'm going to do that, I'll just take a few of these things with me that need to go up. One thing you're going to find about me is I might buy a particular piece for one place in the house, and it might show up 100 different places. And that's okay with me because that's half the fun of having decor is finding new ways to use it. And you're about to see why I prefer to keep a rug down running through this hallway. This floor, for one, needs to be fixed in a big way. It's weak in this area, and the floor itself is just falling apart. We've thrown some tiles over it and, tried to make it look a little bit better to no avail. So the best thing that we can do is just, for now, keep a rug over it. And in the spring, the floor right here through this hallway will be torn up and replaced. And I don't mean the flooring, I mean the actual floor. It's going to be stripped down to the studs and new flooring is going to be put in. It does not pose any danger, it just is unsightly and a little soft. The interesting thing about the area that I live in, during the COVID years, A lot of people bought homes up here sight unseen. We did not. We were up here before that, and we did come up and look at the house. But many people from out of state came up here to find that the homes that they had purchased were in absolute disrepair. It's a thing up here. These houses are very much aging and they need a lot of work. So when they got a cheap house and they walked in and it was destroyed, they were surprised because oftentimes the houses did not look the way the pictures looked. In fact, my house did not look the way the pictures looked, but the person we bought it from encouraged us to come up and make sure it was something that we wanted to deal with. Before I lay the rug down, I am going to get a quick mop on this floor. What's in my mop bucket? Hot water and, can you guess? Peach Fabuloso. I have a couple of more Fabulosos in my Walmart shopping cart right now that I found online, and two of them are holiday scents. Has anybody tried those, and are they worth the purchase? Because I want to get them before they go out of stock, unless somebody says that they smell absolutely disgusting. So I don't want to spend the money on them if they're not good. I'm hoping that by getting the tape wet when I wash the floor, that it will come up just a little bit easier because that is one long strip of tape. The funny thing is, it's painter's tape. I thought it would come right up. My scraper to the rescue, it did at least get the edges started for me, and I did get a few good long peels, but most of them just kept breaking off where the seams of these unsightly tiles are. My hope is that someday in the future that we can just have the entire downstairs, except the kitchen, completely wall-to-wall carpeted. What small space in your home have you been meaning to tackle that is driving you crazy every time you walk by? Yes, this pink rug is seeing its third home. It's going here because it's 8 feet long and it is long enough to mostly cover the hallway. And not to mention, it complements the rug that's in the living room, so it's actually the better choice. I do think I'd like to order another rug for the where the stairs land so that we could have a carpet at the end of the stairs too that matches. And now that books are not the main thing that goes on this bookcase, I need to figure out some more decor items that I'm going to put on the second shelf down. So that's kind of on my mind, and I'm trying to decide between buying more decor for my coffee bar or to just sink it into putting it here or hunting through bunches of bins to see what I actually already have that maybe just isn't out and I've forgotten about. Decisions, decisions. I did take some of these coats down while I was cleaning just so that you guys could see what I was doing because the coats often hang in the way. So I'm going to get these hung back up and move on to the next step. And that next step, yep, you guessed it, even more tape. This stuff is coming up much better on this side for the most part, so that's a good thing. Since I'm doing the hallway, I may as well get this area too. This is where I usually put Lulu's, what we refer to as her Maddie mat, because getting her outside quickly enough often is not all that easy because when she's gotta go, she's gotta go. So she does have her little mat for when she cannot be outside. And I generally wash this part of the floor almost every single day, if not sometimes a couple times a day. See that? See that, people? My laundry, once again, is climbing. Tomorrow is definitely a laundry day for sure. And Mo did not like the fact that I was sweeping down the stairs and took off. Don't blame him a bit. I'll be totally honest and transparent. These stairs could get swept off a lot more often than they do. And I think maybe it's a good job to add to Bella's chores. Especially now that this area has had a full reset, it should make the job super easy for her. I was actually going to try to mop the stairs, but realized that the space was really just too small for this mop. So off camera, later on, I will grab a cloth and go down along the stairs and wipe down each step. And I was going to get rid of this scratcher, but I really do like to give the cats spaces all around the house to scratch because it gets them to leave things that they should not be scratching alone. And speaking of scratching, how cute is this picture of Ollie just hanging out on his scratching post? This landing isn't fancy. It's certainly not Pinterest perfect, it's just real life. Shoes, coats, tools, cleaning supplies, and now a little more breathing room. If you've got a space like this that's been driving you crazy, I hope this video gave you your inspiration to tackle it. I love you, you are perfect as you are, happy cleaning, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.